Hey guys! So this week my allergies have really been kicking my butt. And you can tell I don't have a lot of makeup on, especially a lot of eye makeup, because my eyes have been non-stop watering. But the interesting thing about this is the makeup that I would normally do on a daily basis if we were traveling. And since we will be taking a trip in the next week or so, I thought that it would be a good idea to show you how I travel with my makeup. I'm not one of those people that has to take a big checked bag wherever we go. I can travel completely for, 2 weeks or so in a carry-on. So this video is going to be how I pack my makeup for travel in just a carry-on. Now remember, when you're traveling and you have a carry-on and your makeup is in there, you can only have one quart-sized bag full of liquid products. So I've got a quart-sized bag ready here, and this is what I use for the rest of my makeup. So everything that I take fits in these two bags. And as I go along with you guys today, I'm going to be packing them into these bags to show you that it really does fit, and you can totally bring, different options and still only have this little bag in your carry-on. So to start off, the products that I usually bring when I'm traveling are ones that I know I like. I don't want any surprises. I don't want to be trying out like a new primer or a new foundation and find out that it just absolutely sucks. So I like to take ones that I know work. So we're going to go for primers and foundations first. They're going to have to go in the Ziploc bag because they're liquid, and I'm going to bring the Ordinary High-Adherence Silicone Primer. So one item in the bag. And I'm actually going to bring two foundations, and I'll tell you why in a second. So the first one, you probably already guessed, is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. When I'm traveling, I don't like to think about how my makeup is looking throughout the day. When you're traveling, you want to enjoy the new places, the new scenery, the sights, the sounds. You don't want to be having to worry about your makeup all the time. Now, I also bring a second foundation usually, and this one is my BareMinerals Matte Foundation in Fair. The reason I bring two is, one, if I'm looking for a lighter coverage but I still want it to be long lasting, this is the perfect foundation for that for me and for really oily skin. Another reason that I like to bring this one is because if you use a light hand with it, you can use it as a setting powder as well. So I also bring the brush that it comes with, this little BareMinerals Beautiful Finish, like little kabuki brush, so that I have the right tools to apply it. So if I'm going for a light coverage look, or if I want a setting powder, this is amazing. So these are going to go in the makeup bag. And that saves me the hassle of having to bring this giant dude right here. This is my Kat Von D Lock-It Translucent Setting Powder, and it's my absolute favorite, but it is so chunky. Also, don't forget, if you like to apply your makeup with a brush or a sponge or whatever you like, make sure you pack that too. So I'm going to put my sponge in my little makeup bag. So if you guys watched my favorite concealers video, you'll know that I use my MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot and Painterly to kind of prime my concealer in the places where I know it'll slide off. So we'll be putting this into the makeup bag as well as two concealers. So in case I have blemishes, the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer is just top notch. So in the bag. And for everything else, if I don't need the NARS concealer for anything, I can strictly just use the Shape Tape. It is the fullest coverage concealer I have ever met, and it's like it grants all my hopes and dreams. So it has to come along for the ride as well. Okay, so I think for me, this is where this gets really fun. So for blush, bronzer, highlighter, and my eyes, I like to bring multi-purpose palettes that kind of combine all of them into one. So some of my favorites are the Naked Flushed palette in Streak. This one is a bronzer, a highlighter, and a blush all in one. I love these colors. They actually all work great on me. So that's three products that I've just combined into one little palette. Huge space saver. So while we put this palette into the makeup bag, another one that I really like is the Tarte Rainforest After Dark Colored Clay Eye and Cheek Palette. This is like my holy grail palette for everything. If I could only bring one, it would be this one right here. So when you open up that Tarte palette, not only do you get a massive mirror, which is just amazing, but you also get a bronze or contour shade, you can get a highlight, you get a blush, and you get 6 shadows. So you can create all kinds of looks with just one little palette. And don't forget, you can also use, the highlight and the contour shades as eyeshadows as well. So you're really giving yourself a lot of options with one little palette. Lastly, another palette that I really like to travel with is the Balm Voyage palette. Now this one is a true travel palette. When you open this up, let's open the big one first. So 1, you get the big mirror. 2, you get all of these eyeshadows. So all 9 of these up here at the top, they're all eyeshadows. You get a highlight, a bronze or contour shade, 2 blushes, and let's close this. You open the bottom and you have 2 lip and cheek shades. So you have so many options in this one palette. And one thing I kind of forgot to mention with these ones here is these are ones that you don't actually have to put in your makeup bag if you don't want to. But what I do sometimes is I'll take a giant Ziploc bag like the gallon size and I will put my palettes together in them and then place them between some of my fluffier clothes so that I know they're not going to get broken or shattered or anything. But if they don't fit, don't worry, you don't have to put these ones in the makeup bag. Now moving on strictly to eyes, so we already have a lot of options here for eyes. But if you're still looking for something different, a really great travel palette are these little Smashbox ones. This is the Smashbox Cover Shot Ablaze eye palette. It is so cute and tiny, but when you open it up, it just packs the biggest punch. So you get 8 shades, and some of these you can actually use as like highlight and contour shades as well. So you're also kind of getting double bang for your buck with this one. And it's so tiny, I mean, why not? And it's also good to have something kind of as a backup in the event that you do something that wasn't really planned. So you do something fancy, you have a fancy dinner, you go out on the town for the night. It's always nice to have a couple of backup shades like these bright ones in case you have a really fun night out. Next is eyeliner. I like to stick to ones that I know I love. Again, this is not really the time to be trying new products that you might end up hating. So 2 of my favorites are the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. So there's my liquid liner. It's going in the bag. And another one of my favorites is this double-ended Urban Decay 24/7 Glide-On Eye Pencil. These are my 2 favorite colors, and I wish that these came in full-size pencils, but they don't. The 2 colors are Dark Side and Black Heart, and Dark Side is like a really pretty kind of taupey, shimmery dark brown. It looks great with everything. And the other one, Black Heart, is a super deep, shimmery, like violet. It's just the prettiest color, and if you have brown eyes like I do, this is the perfect pencil to make your eyes pop. So moving on from eyeliner, I just bring one mascara. I bring one, again, that I know I like. This time it is the CoverGirl Total Tease Mascara in Very Black. This one has been, the brush is a little weird, I'm going to admit, but once you get used to the brush, ooh, your lashes look like falsies. Moving on to brows, I like to just bring my NYX Micro Brow Pencil because I love it. To set them, the NYX Brow Pencil is wonderful, but it doesn't quite have the staying power that I need it to have a lot of the time. So I like to bring my Wonder Brow. Well, if you bring the Wonder Brow, you also have to bring a spoolie because the Wonder Brow itself has this weird little brush. No. But if you're looking for your brows to stay all day, I did a whole review on this, and I'll link it right here in the eye. I did not like it as an all-over brow color, but as a setting gel, your brows stay set. They do not move. This is a great setting gel. So instead of using my usual clear one, so I don't have to think about it throughout the day, I'll bring the one to brow instead. Alright, so lastly we've got lips, and I think this is where I cheat a little bit and I bring more than I would anything else really. So some of my favorites to bring are my ColourPop glosses. They last a long time, they feel great on your lips, and they literally go with everything. So my three favorite ones are WeHo, Finders Keepers, and Bestie. So these ones all going in the bag. And then my Tarte Quench Lip Rescue in Berry is a wonderful sheer, literally berry shade. So when I need some color but I'm not willing to commit to like a full dark lip, this is my jam. And then lastly, we've got some glosses, and I have like a lip stain. I like to bring the Maybelline Loaded Bolds 770 Mauve. This is a matte lipstick, and I like this because it layers really well with all of these glosses. Each color transforms it into a slightly different color, so like Finders Keepers turns it a little more cool. WeHo turns it a little more warm, and Bestie turns it a little more neutral. So I love this as a base for those lip glosses. Okay, so to top everything off, definitely want a setting spray. So my favorite is the Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Setting Spray. So we will be putting that in the Ziploc bag. Now also don't forget the brushes that you want to use for all the products that you're bringing. So I've got a blush brush, a spoolie, a powder brush, and a contour or bronze brush. So these are all going in the bag as well. And if you have room, this is where you can start putting in items that aren't necessary but are ones that, give you a little extra oomph and you want to play around with them a little bit. One little splurge that I like to bring if I have the extra room is this trio of ColourPop shadows right here. So these three are Girly, Co-Pilot, and Beverly. I love these shades because if I have nothing else, all I need are these three shades and I can do my makeup on the go. I can do it in the car, I can do it on the train, I can do it on a plane, I can do it anywhere because all you need are your fingers. And two of these shades, so Girly and Co-Pilot, can also double as a highlighter as well because they're light enough. Now, Beverly is pretty dark, so unless you're looking for something vampy, I probably wouldn't use this one. But together, these three, I can make some really amazing eye looks with just three colors, and I don't need any brushes. So I'm going to throw these in my makeup bag as well. We're only bringing this right now. It's pretty good. And this is my travel bag. It's full, but you could definitely fill it up with more if you wanted to. I'm not going to have any trouble zipping it up at all. So that is how you do makeup in a carry-on only while traveling. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys have any other ideas for different videos, leave them in the comments below and let me know also what kind of makeup that you like to travel with. I really appreciate all the support so far, and don't forget to subscribe and give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!